annual International Challenge of Champions in Uncasville, Connecticut. Mitch Lawrence, Hall of Famer Alan Hopkins, watching two great players go after a tremendous prize. Title of Champion of Champions and $25,000 winner take all. Darren Appleton at the table, leading 3-1 in a race to 5 in this second set.
At least he didn't scratch. He's failed to make a ball, but he's rather fortunate because the 2-ball came down table right in between the cue ball and the 1-ball. He'll be forced to push out or try to play a kick safe. At any rate, it's not a good position to be in, because I think no matter where he pushes, I think Darren is going to shoot. I don't care where he pushes him, just about.
Always interesting to me, the push out. A psychological shot for sure.
Well, if Darren can bank this, he's going to shoot it. If he can bank it cross corner, but I don't think he can. There's a shot he might come to the rail here and kick at the 1. That's one way of doing it. Could go to the bottom rail and kick at the 1 down table. He didn't take it anyway, so.
Yeah, he said, I don't want no part of this.
Yeah, he's going to try to kick at the 1, leave the cue ball behind the 2, and send the 1 over by the 6-ball. He's got to watch out the 5 don't get in the way. Well, he hit a little bad, but he got away with it.
Tremendous amount of safeties. The break has been really important in this match, Alan, in the sense that it has not been working. The tables are just crazy. You know, for a while we saw break and runs. Huidji had 5 break and runs in his semifinal match. And all of a sudden now things, again, maybe because of the pressure, you hit it a little off on the break, and next thing you know, there's no shots.
No doubt about the pressure, but the pressure does show. He's going to play a safety here, just trying to hit the 1 thin and come down table behind the 4 and 9, and he hit it absolutely perfect. Notice the speed.
Great shot.
Make the cue ball come down to the bottom rail like that. And now we're going to see a 1-rail kick. And the 1-rail kick is going to be into here and try to hit the 1, maybe try to make it. A lot of spin on the cue ball. He's going to left-hand spin on it. And notice the cue ball just stopped. And that's a shot we play. Actually, a lot of people think you get lucky there, but we play to try to hit the 1 ball full so the cue ball stops with that spin. And he's rather fortunate because the 1 ball doesn't have a pocket. Notice the 4 ball and the 8 ball are blocking the pockets. We'll play a safety. Got a little lucky there. That happens, though. A little lucky, but we're going to see a jump shot now.
It's going to the air, ladies and gentlemen. Jump keys out.
Huidji at the table, second set, down 3-1 in this race to 5 second set. Darren Appleton has just played a safety, and Huidji is going to the jump cue. He will try to jump that cue ball over the 9 to the 1 in the center of the table.
Excellent shot.
That and makes it.
Oh, it's such a cool shot.
Beautifully done. 1 right in the side.
Oh, I'll tell you, it's a little before my time. I didn't have that in my time, you know, but I think it's a great addition to the game. Shooting over the balls like that changes the game totally.
You know, I think a lot of people weren't aware that the jump cue was always around.
No,
I mean, it wasn't always around. I think they thought it was.
Yeah, I mean, to use a jump cue, it's like having a sand wedge, you know, in golf.
Let's take another look, Alan, at this work by
perfect.
Huidji.
Hits it at the perfect angle, brings the cue ball to the bottom rail, leaves an angle on the cue ball. Well executed there. I wasn't really happy about that one, but he'll take it. Leaves himself a little bit of a tough cut on the 4. To worry about the speed at which he hits this, because the 5 ball and the 6 ball are close together, so it won't hit it hard. Nicely done there. Notice the speed. He wants to bring it over to the rail so he can shoot the 5 next.
Asks for the bridge. Del Pizzo will gladly give it to him.
It'll be interesting to see if he draws this back or follows the 2 rails. I wonder if he made his decision yet. He's drawing it back. Now you're going to see an interesting shot. And he's going to hit this thin and try to come around and down the table or over on the other side of the 8. Either side, whatever side he can come. Looks like he's coming
Chow?
in between. Oh. Everything comes short.
Oh. And right there, an 1/8 of an inch difference, and he's in okay position instead. Length of the table, and both balls on the rail.
Well, that just cost him right there. This is big right here. He has a little bit of a safe. He can hit the 7 ball and try to send the 7 down here and put the cue ball over in this area by the 8. But he has to hit it so good, it's a tough shot.
Extension?
Well, he's going to try to kick it in. He's going to try to kick the ball one rail and try to make the 7. That's tough to do because the 9 ball's right there. He may hit the 9 first. Oh, great try. Great try.
That was a fantastic attempt to get out of a tough situation of his own making.
Well, Mitch, all I can tell you,
really good.
It was a fabulous attempt, but I can tell you one thing. It looks like we're going into sudden death. And
well, I'll tell you, Darren's got to be thrilled right now.
Oh. Well, not yet. Not yet. He hit that a little easy. I mean, I think he's okay. He'll follow this ball and come back into the center of the table. All he has to do is make sure he makes the 8.
But he is taking his time.
Excellent shot.
Really good stroke.
Excellent shot.
That was a veteran play. Just stopped, took an extra little bit. And this 9 ball for 4 racks in a row. And as we have seen so often here in Uncasville, things have changed. The second set now. Darren Appleton 1 rack away from sudden death. The work inside the Wolf Den at Mohegan Sun. Up above, design, beautiful spot. And here at table, pressure, pressure, pressure. Darren Appleton at the table with a chance to end this second set. The break in rack 7, leading 4-2 in a race to 5. 1 in the side, 5 in the corner.
Look out. And he may. Five went in the corner, 1 ball went inside. The cue ball's coming in a slow up. Looks like he can hit the 2 ball, but does not have a pocket for the 2 ball. Looks like the 9 ball is blocking the pocket to make the 2. He's looking at now, he hit it off the 6 ball. And what he's looking at is hitting the 2 into the edge of the 6 and trying to make it. He may try that. Be interesting to see if he tries that. Talk about confidence. Going to bring the cue ball back down table. It's pretty much looks like a pretty decent shot, unless he wants to play the 9 ball.
Timeout.
Good time for that timeout. Remember, each player's rack.
Needs to take time here. We're going to play the 2 thin and go back down table by the 3. Exactly what he did. Bringing it over there behind the 9. Well executed. Now, even though he can hit the 2 directly, as you see the 2 balls right here, he can hit it directly, but he cannot make it in that pocket. The 9 ball is blocking the angle. They're probably going to try to bank it again. Tried to bank it safety and put it down by the 3, and he didn't like that because it's down by the 3 now. All he has to do is make the 2, and he should be on the 3. Pocket the 2 ball. Looks like he can. Maybe a little curve on the cue ball. I'll tell you in a second. No, he can make the 2. I don't think he'll hit this too hard either. Look out if that gets on the rail.
Out.
He's okay.
He's talking to it the whole way.
If you want to call it that,
Yeah,
he's okay.
He's all right.
Yeah. I mean, really, this is not an easy shot. He's going to have to follow this ball, put a good stroke on to get back down table for the 5 ball. Excellent shot. Excellent shot.
That's it to stop. Great play. Great play. Under the circumstances, that's as good as it gets right there.
Oh, unbelievable. Notice the speed is perfect. Got the angle to get on the unbelievable. Great shot.
Those are the shots that Darren has been making. Whoa. And then, of course, bobbles that 4.
That was too easy for me.
Man.
That's just a mental lapse right there if you do that, if you miss that ball.
And you know what? That's what it's about, the concentration on every shot. I was going to say that we've seen him just make those shots like they were nothing.
Right.
That long down-the-table shot, perfect position. And then all of a sudden,
here we are at the Challenge of Champions, where the pressure just builds up.
Okay, good work on the 6.
Well, he doesn't have the right angle on the 7. It always is tough. It always is tough. Oh, he was okay. He was straight in, fine.
Comes back off that short rail for the 8. And this 9 ball, and we're going to sudden death. This is what it is all about at the Challenge of Champions.
Yes.
A deep breath by Darren Appleton. And there you go. Identical scores. First set 5-2 for Huidji C. Second set 5-2 for Darren Appleton. We have sudden death. And here we go. It has all come down to this one rack. A sudden death tiebreaker here in Uncasville for $25,000 in the title of Champion of Champions. Darren Appleton on the left, Huidji C on the right, and here is the lag for the right to break in the sudden death rack. And how important is this, Alan?
Very important. I think the person who wins the lag is going to win the tournament. Look at the lag, and he was practicing it earlier too, and it paid off.
Well, Huidji C won the lag in his semifinal match and went on to win. He will have the break in the sudden death tiebreaker. All right, one rack for $25,000 and the title of Champion of Champions. Here's our tiebreaker format. We had a lag. It was won by Huidji C. He will have the break. They will play one rack. There'll be 2 timeouts per player in that rack, and the winner will take home 25 grand and the title Champion of Champions. A first-time winner for sure. One of these 2 great players will take it home, and trust me, it is a big notch in a championship resume. Huidji C, 30 years old, from Rotterdam in Holland, the current world 10-ball champion, and man, would he like to add this title. Obviously, so would Darren Appleton. Here's the break.
We almost scratched, but he didn't. Did he make a ball? He made a 7 ball on the break, and he'll have first chance to basically play a safe. He has the 1 ball right here and the cue ball. Try to bank. Oh, I think he'll probably play a safety, hitting the 1 thin and bringing the cue ball down table, back in this area here. Try to get behind the 4 if he can, making sure he doesn't scratch. He might even call the 9 ball here. He could play the 1 ball, play the bank. It looks like he's going to be offensive here and go for it. Doesn't even want to play safe. Double bank. Did it go? No. Okay. Looks like he got away with it. Notice the 6 ball right in front, but we have a jump cue probably going to come out. I would think he's going to try to jump this or kick it at 1 rail. And if you can see, I'm going to show you, may try to go to this rail and kick at the 1 and try to make it and come down table here for position on the 2. And that is probably an option he's going to do. I'm just making sure he doesn't scratch. If he hits the 1 too full, he could scratch down the opposite corner.
Timeout.
Take his time with this. This is a legitimate shot. He can actually make this. That's what he's looking at right now. Won't be hit real hard either, but it'll be hit with a lot of spin. A lot of left handing on the cue ball, making sure he hits the 1. And there it is, and he got away with it. Wow. He hit a little bad, but got away with it. That works. And notice the 2 is right in the middle of the cue ball and the 1 ball. There you can see it.
Huidji C standing there with the jump cue in hand.
I don't think he's going to use the jump cue here. It's kind of a Wow, he's going to try to jump this. He's got to be careful he doesn't go off the table with the cue ball. I don't like this shot. Although he does jump the ball rather well.
Let's say if he knows something you don't right now, gotta have a lot of confidence at this point. How about
Oh, excellent shot. Wow.
How about it?
Fabulous shot. Wow. That's a $25,000 shot.
Hey, watch this. Let's take another look.
Look
Jumps
at-
the 2, 1 in the corner.
Oh, excellent. He has position for the 2 on the side, which is huge. Oh boy. Oh, he's still not out yet. 3, 4, 5, a little tricky. Should be okay though if he can stop right there where the 3 is, and he can just draw it back about 2 inches, maybe an inch. He doesn't want to be straight in on the 4. That could cause a problem. I think he'll stop right there. Yep. And now he'll draw the cue ball in between the 9 and the 8. Making sure he doesn't scratch. Come a little close to his work there. Oh wow, I didn't like that.
He doesn't like it either. You saw him just, that little arm move.
Oh,
This is
boy.
what happens when you realize what's going on and all of a sudden you just jerk it a little bit. Now there's major work to do here.
I didn't
This
like
could
that
be the shot of the whole event for UGC right here. Yep.
Wow, unbelievable. Well, the pressure, the pressure gets to you.
Wow.
That was unbelievable. All he had to do is draw the ball back an inch.
And you see his reaction, and he is feeling every bit of that right now. Here's another look.
And he misses it by a couple inches, almost banks it actually. Wasn't playing the bank, of course.
You know what? We saw him earlier just spearing those, firing them in. But instead, it is Darren Appleton with 3 balls left on the table. Now you just have to let everything happen. Try not to think about what's going on. This means so much to Darren. Talking to him earlier before the event. He knows he's had a fantastic few years, but this 9 ball will really be special, and you'll see Darren when he wins it. This 9 for the title.
Yes!
There it is.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Mitch.
A really, really gracious Darren Appleton and a very disappointed Huidji, shaking his head, can't believe it, but that is one happy Englishman. Darren Appleton is your champion of champions.
Wow. Unbelievable, Mitch.
And now it's time for our super shot of the match, brought to you by Simonis. Huidji at the table, sudden death, everything on the line. This jump shot on the 1, a fantastic effort by Huidji. You see his reaction, and we thought that it might just be this time for the native of Holland. But the turning point of the match, leading up to the 5, out of line, and then that miss gave a chance to Darren Appleton of England to take home the big prize, and there it is, the 9 ball. And here is what it's all about for Darren Appleton. The money will be spent, but this will go home to England with him, and it means everything. The trophy for the champion of champions, presented by Mike Libero, the supervisor of event production here at Mohegan Sun. Congratulations, well deserved, to Darren Appleton. There is simply no event like it in all of championship billiards. The Challenge of Champions brings out the best. And this week in Uncasville, Huidji had a great event, but it's about Darren Appleton, first Englishman to win the U.S. Open, first Englishman to win the Challenge of Champions. The International Challenge of Champions is sanctioned by the World Pro Billiard Association. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Alan Hopkins, I'm Mitch Lawrence. Congratulations to Darren Appleton, your champion of champions.